Hello, and welcome to a special episode of the podcast where we dive into the world of sports, gaming, and things in between. I'm your host, Jeffrey Long, and welcome to Jeff's World. I don't like making an entire episode based off of one topic. I know there's only like a small handful of episodes on this show, but I just don't think that making a whole episode on one specific topic is just all that fun. But when you get a story like the one I've got, it makes up for it. So we're gonna talk about the whole Antonio Brown. I don't even know what to call it at this point. Is it a fight? Is it a meltdown? Well, it probably is a meltdown, but regardless, it's really fun to talk about. But this all starts off for those of you that live under a rock and have no idea what is going on. Antonio Brown was playing a game with the Bucks against the New York Jets, and in the third quarter, they were down by, I believe, 2 touchdowns. You can correct me on that. When he had a meltdown, he proceeded to take off his gloves, his shirt, his jersey, his padding. Basically, he was shirtless. He threw all of it into the stands, or at least he only threw his gloves into the stands, and ran into the Jets' end zone, started waving around and jumping up in the air to get the crowd pumped up for whatever reason, and then proceeded to leave the stadium and quit. He just, I don't know what to say. That's what happened. He quit. And it's ever since then, it's been a huge back and forth, like who said what scenario's going down, whose fault is it. It's been really, really juicy. Antonio Brown, as of a day ago, released a lengthy statement about what he has to say about it, basically saying what his side of the story is. And him and Coach, I'm probably going to say this wrong, Bruce Arians, he's the coach of the Bucks. They had an exchange moments leading up to the incident. I'm just going to call it an incident. I don't really know what to call it. I would call it a meltdown, but it could be anything at this point. Bruce Arians said that in an interview after the game, or a press release or whatever, he said, yeah, he's no longer a Buck, so he's off the team. Antonio has been cut, and as of, I think, 2 days ago, he has officially been cut from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's been a huge mess, but if you follow football and you've heard of Antonio Brown, you know like what he's been doing for the past couple years with this insanity, the whole helmet thing, the whole like leaving teams, refusing to play for teams. It's been an absolute mess. If you're a journalist for the NFL and you are tasked with writing about Antonio Brown, you can have a field day. That's how much there is to talk about. He broke COVID protocol with a fake vaccine card, which is a huge no-no. Since the incident, we're going to head back to present time with the New York Jets incident. Antonio Brown stated that Coach Arians forced him to play through an ankle injury and a bunch of other things, and said some choice words. This is my opinion, but if you look at the video of Antonio Brown in the end zone jumping around, he doesn't look to be injured, but I could be wrong. I'm no doctor. Don't take my word for that. Antonio Brown, if you happen to be listening to this, please do not come after me. I'm just a kid, man. I'm really not. 3 days ago, Coach Arians said that he has no regrets about adding him to the roster when he was first added to the Bucks lineup. After all this, it's going downhill. The Bucks will probably not really be affected by this because after all, they have Tom Brady, they have Gronk, they have a bunch of good players for the Bucks. Hell, they're the defending Super Bowl champs. They're, I believe, 12-4. I want to say, I could be wrong by that, as of the recording of this video. But yeah. And now, 17 hours ago, an article by NBC Sports came out saying that Antonio Brown allegedly broke COVID protocol by sneaking data in the hotel. It's just far out of hand. Tom Brady has come out and said that we need to support Antonio Brown in getting the help he needs, is very nice for Tom to say. But like when you look at all the events, if you're an NFL team, and as of right now, since he's no longer a Buck, he's pretty much a free agent. He can go anywhere he wants, and or he's on waivers. I take that back about the free agent stuff. I get that mixed up. Any team can claim him. If I were an NFL coach, I would not. I would not touch him with a 10-foot pole or a 100-foot pole, mind that, because we had the Steelers and that meltdown. Then we had him go to the Raiders, and all that happened. And now here he is with the Bucks, and then all that happened. I wouldn't be surprised if no team touches him. It's really gotten that bad. But yeah, with Antonio Brown saying things to Coach Arians and Coach Arians saying things back, it's kind of like a fight between the two. I've heard people say they want to support Antonio Brown, but after this it's just impossible, and I don't blame them. But it's really bad. Even when Antonio Brown's defense about it, saying, "Oh, they made me play with a severe ankle injury," and accusing them of an ongoing cover-up, it's just now, regardless if that's true, we don't know, because it is just a statement at this time. According to Yahoo Sports about it, the statement was released through his lawyer, and it was the first time Brown has directly addressed the incident in public, and he doesn't reference Coach Arians by his name, but makes multiple references to an interaction with his quote-unquote coach, whom he says pressured him to play with an injured ankle during Sunday's win over the New York Jets. He wrote that he told Coach that he couldn't play. The coach didn't call for medical attention, but told him, "You're done." He also said that he was injected with a painkiller on game day, but he didn't specify what painkiller it was. Now, again, is this all true? I don't know. I can't clarify that, because at the end of the day, nothing matters. He's no longer a Buck. That's it for him. He's no longer a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. And with this huge meltdown, adding on to the list of the crazy story of Antonio Brown, which I will admit would make a really good movie if it were made into a movie. Yeah, the story of Antonio Brown. I'm trying to think of a funny podcast title for this episode, like The Ballad of Antonio Brown or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to really look into that. But yeah, so as of January 7th, 2022, Antonio Brown is no longer a Buccaneer. He had a meltdown. I'll call it a meltdown, whatever. Sue me. He called it a meltdown, and he had it in the end zone of an NFL game. One of the commentators, or one of the people interviewed about it, saying that they have been in the NFL for around 30 years, and they have never seen anything like what Antonio Brown did. And with him releasing statements through his lawyer or directly on Instagram, and speaking of whatever he's doing after the game, literally, I think it was the night of or the night after, he was courtside at a Brooklyn Nets game. This man literally just does not care. He knows or what he did and just said, "Screw it, I'm going to a basketball game." So this is still unfolding as of now. We don't know how it's going to end, but we do know one thing for sure, and that he's no longer a Buccaneer. Will any team claim him? Probably not. I wouldn't, solely because of the past and what he did with the Steelers, the Raiders, and the Bucks now. But yeah, that's going to conclude another episode. If you enjoyed this episode, which I hope you did, then hit a like button and comment what topic you want to see be introduced. That's what I'm going to do now. If you comment a topic, I'm going to try to talk about it. It has to be sports and gaming related, obviously, and I guess things in between, because that is part of the slogan. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want more episodes, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, so then you will be notified when the next episodes go live. I do apologize for the lack of uploads and episodes, because of my hometown of Huntsville is 6 hours away, And driving that is exhausting. I wanted to spend the holidays just alone and not alone with my family, obviously, but not having to focus. Okay, I need to record this. I need to shoot that. Stuff like that. I just want to take a little break from that. But I am working on editing videos for Twitch streamers. I am planning on getting back into this because I have a lot more time now. So, again, hope you enjoyed the episode. Hit subscribe if you're wanting more and hit the bell for notifications. Hit the like button and comment what your favorite part of this episode was or what you have to say about the whole Antonio Brown thing. I'm really running out of things to call it at this point, so I'm just going to call it a thing or an incident. Right, I call it an incident. Everybody stay safe and have a great rest of your day.